Actually, when you go to a place where you don't have the background noise of the internal combustion engine, you can hear things that you would normally never notice. So you can hear, for example, people having piano lessons in their houses, knives and forks on plates. You hear the sort of detail of life in so much more detail. It's beautiful. Now there's a whole world that goes on above our cities on the rooftops. And in fact, the use of rooftops in cities for productive purposes has expanded to the sense that now in some cities they build bridges between the building. You can take your bike up in the lift and then you can just cycle around between the different rooftops and see all the different stuff that's happening there. This amazing building is the new school that recently opened in Frome. And because it turns out, and this was designed by the kids, working with an architect, obviously. But the kids sat with an architect for a year and designed a school that they wanted to go to, because the education system in 2030 is very different. Testing was abolished in 2027. It's now very much about imagination and creativity and real problem solving. And it turns out that when you ask kids to design their own school, they say it should have a rainforest in the middle. So recently the UK met its target of 60% of schools having rainforests in the middle, had a huge beneficial impact on mental health for young people. And now, although we still see heavy rain at times, we don't see so much flooding because we developed the humility to recognise that beavers are much better hydrological engineers than human beings could ever possibly be. And those upland areas where that floodwater came from, we just handed it back to the beavers, and the beavers re-sculpted that landscape to hold huge amounts of water, to slow down the flow of the water, to trap huge amounts of silt and carbon. And there is nothing in the temperate world for bringing back biodiversity like reintroducing beavers to a place. The biodiversity just explodes in those places. It's like, if you visit somewhere where they've been reintroduced, it's like going to a really benign version of Jurassic Park.